When I tell you this is the best nonfiction book that I've ever read, I'm not exaggerating. Hello, and welcome back to the Summer Stuff Book Review, a series where I'm going to be rating books based on a possible 40 out of 40 Milos. Our next entry in the series is The Wager, a nonfiction novel by David Grann. This is a nonfiction book about the 1741 shipwreck of the HMS Wager. The ship met its end as it was rounding Cape Horn, a rocky headland at the southernmost tip of the Chilean archipelago, Tierra del Fuego, where the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans meet. This story has everything. The author took ship logs, court papers, and any other journals he could find to piece together the story of The Wager. If you're apprehensive about reading a nonfiction book, so was I. This book doesn't read like a nonfiction story. I had to keep reminding myself that this was nonfiction and not fiction because of how the story is written out and how unbelievable some of these characters' journeys were. This was the first of David Grann's books that I've read, and as soon as I finished this, I picked up Killers of the Flower Moon because of how exciting this book was. Fun fact, Martin Scorsese actually bought the rights to this film, so in a couple of years we will get to see it on the big screen. Like before, I rate these books in a few criteria: writing, characters, plot, and most importantly, my overall enjoyment of the story. All of these are out of 10 out of 10 possible Milos, leading to a possible perfect score of 40 out of 40 Milos. For the plot, this easily gets a 10 out of 10 Milos. The plot was exciting, well-paced, interesting, and kept me turning to the next page. For characters, I give this a 7 out of 10 Milos. With this being a nonfiction, there's not a lot of wiggle room for character development. However, I did enjoy the characters that David Grann chose to focus on for the story. For the writing, I give this a 9 out of 10 Milos. This is one of the most well-written pieces of media I've ever had. It puts the daunting task of nonfiction into a very comfortable, readable format. The descriptions of the settings, characters, and tasks at hand were as close to perfect as I've seen. Finally, for my overall enjoyment of the story, this gets a 10 out of 10 Milos. This kept me turning the pages over and over, and I think I ended up finishing this around 3 a.m. on a school night, which was rough. That brings us to a total of 36 out of a possible 40 Milos, putting it at the very top of our tiered list. So what did you think of the review? Will you be picking it up? Affiliate link is in the description. As of posting this, the price is... Please leave a comment down below and I will respond as soon as I can. Up next is The Adventures of Amina al-Surafi by Shannon Chakraborty. Keep reading and I will see you in the next review. Happy reading, friends.